You know, it's funny how you evolve in a career, and as I said, I've been at it now 40 years, and I've become very passionate about a particular topic that I never would have thought of when I got out of law school. The title of the article is A Fast Solution to Legacy Planning. So what the FAST is a new kind of trust that, frankly, it's a type of trust that our law firm has pioneered. To my knowledge, we may be the only ones in the country who are talking about this point. But the FAST is a trust. It stands for, the FAST stands for Family, Advancement, Sustainability, Trust. And here's the idea. So many of the people I'm working with are getting to the point in their lives where they're becoming reflective. And they're thinking, okay, to what end have I created this net worth? What's going to be with my family after I'm gone? How's this money going to pass down to future generations, and what's it going to do to them? And they're asking these philosophical questions that have nothing to do with tax. And they're worried about their families succeeding from generation to generation. This is a real serious issue that baby boomers in particular seem to be groping with right now, or grappling with right now. And so I became enamored of this idea. What can we as estate planners do to help future generations of a family succeed? To help beat the odds of shirt sleeves to shirt sleeves in 3 generations. And so this is a solution that I have come up with called a FAST trust. And the idea is this. You create a trust and you fund it with some assets, either out of your pocket, or you take a life insurance policy and you dedicate the life insurance policy to this particular trust. And the trust now has a pool of assets in it, and the trust does 2 things. The first thing it does is the money in that trust is used to pay for family togetherness. It's used to pay for things that will help your family stick together after you're gone. So it would pay for family retreats, education activities to teach your future generations how to be prepared to receive an inheritance, teach your future generations about financial management, about entrepreneurship, about philanthropy, about and things that are softer than that even, about the family legacy, about the family stories, keeping alive family heritage, things like that. So it's used to pay for doing all of that. Because my experience is that even though that may be very important to the matriarch and patriarch of a family, and they'll pay for it, when they're gone, my experience is that the 3 kids that are left behind don't want to come up for a third and pay for all that stuff. They would rather spend their money doing something else, or maybe their spouse has an idea that they would rather spend that money doing something else. So this is the pool of money that they can now use to pay for those family retreats and family education and family togetherness activities. That's one. The second thing this trust does is it assigns to a group of trustees and committee members the job of making sure this stuff happens. Because here's the other thing I'm seeing. When G1 dies and you say to G2, you all make sure now that the family does all this, guess what? They get busy and they don't get around to it. So now what you have in this trust is a trustee who says, it's my job and I'm paid to do this. We're scheduling a family retreat. Here are some dates. Give me he's going to actually plan the agenda. He's going to take care of finding the speakers or sending out the education materials. He's going to do all the legwork and be paid for doing it. And now the family is going to actually do this. And so the statistics are really bad. There's only 10% of families survive into the 3rd or 4th generation. 90% of families, family businesses, families as a unit tend to fall apart over generations. So we're trying to become one of the 10% that win.